had a whole video filmed like an hour ago, and then I went on Instagram and I realized that this happened, so I decided to just scrap that. Let's talk about favoritism in the music community, because that's a big problem. When a lot of people don't have a stigma against an artist and everyone thinks that they're nice, they're not going to assume the worst when an accusation comes out. So when people do have a stigma around someone's work and an accusation comes out, people aren't going to be as acceptable as to what happens. So here's a big example. People don't like Cardi B, but they don't actively hate on her and say that she's a bad artist, in my opinion. And with Melanie Martinez, people say she's creepy, she sucks, her music sucks, and her music just has like no emotion or any meaning to it when it really does, and they're just not looking deep enough into it. But people love Cardi B, and she has absolutely no emotion or feeling in her music whatsoever. So the idea is that when an artist is smaller or a lot of people don't like them, they have to have some sort of emotion behind their lyrics, or else people aren't going to like them. Whereas if you're a bigger artist already, you can just make whatever songs you want and everyone's going to like it. So something that happened recently, Cardi B came out and said that she drugged and robbed multiple men, and no one really said anything. But if you guys remember, back in December 2017, December 5th, 2017, rape accusations came out towards Melanie Martinez by Timothy Heller, and she got in a lot of rage. A lot of people were really mad. A lot of people, like, the media was really going after her and really saying a lot of things that they didn't know and no one could prove. But since she was a small artist and people already didn't like her, they attacked her because it's an easy thing to do, and a rape accusation is a lot heavier than like saying that some girl robbed a guy after she drugged him, because guy against girl action is different than girl against girl, and more people are going to side with a woman being against a man for whatever reason. I don't really know, the patriarchy, you could say. It's not fair, because you can't have double standards when it comes to stuff like this, because when Melanie had these accusations come out, her career was pretty much on the line. It had very low chances of coming back, and she is coming back with an album this year, but at the time, it was a really, really, really bad situation for her, and she even made a diss track against Timothy, which kind of made things better, but it kind of made things a lot worse. So, but Cardi B hasn't come out with an apology. People aren't attacking her, and she's just fine. Want to know why? Favoritism. And that's because that's a really big problem, because we can't have double standards in the music industry. It's completely uncalled for. I don't care if it was two of my favorite artists going head to head. I wouldn't care, because it's a really big problem. It's a really big issue that we really have to keep our eyes on and tell people that we can't have these two-sided minds when it comes to this. So, as you can probably tell, I think Melanie's innocent. But there's no proof proving Cardi B is innocent, and people are just, she said she was guilty, and people are still listening to her, still thinking it's okay. And then Melanie says that she didn't do it. Melanie has all this proof, her fans have all this proof, she writes a diss track, and people are still throwing her under the bus for absolutely no reason. So if you don't know a lot about these two situations, I highly suggest you go and search it and look more into it, because I don't have all the details about the Cardi side, but I do have every single detail about the Melanie side, and most of them about the Cardi. So go ahead, look at the Cardi side, because it's kind of gross. It's kind of really gross and kind of really sad to see that the media will skew the public's eye just because someone's more popular than the other person. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you all in a flash.